Welcome back. If you saw the last episode, you know we're doing NFL teams' schedule win-loss records. And if you haven't seen that episode, it should be up here or something like that somewhere. Today we're doing the NFC North. Week 1, Saints, Lions. Lions, big dub. Week 2, that's really, you keep, don't, come on, man. It's the Lions, high-powered offense versus the rebuilding Saints. I don't know what they're doing over there. They're getting a squad, but I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's a rebuild or not. It makes no sense to me. And then we have week 2, Lions at Bills. I do think the Bills are going to be a good team this year. You know, I think they're going to be... Last year, they were up and down. And towards the end of the year, we saw them, you know. We're going to explain the... I keep explaining teams that we're not even on. They lose, okay? They lose. That's why they're going to beat the Jets. Panthers. Dude, they beat the Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to be sneaky good. Just for the fuck of it, Panthers win. Just for the fuck of it, I think the Panthers at home might have this type of energy this year that'll be different. They're going to be straight demons. So, they're going on. They beat the Cardinals. It sucks. I think the Cardinals will be a sneaky team. They're not beating the Detroit Lions. They're just too experienced, you feel me? That's the one thing about this Lions squad. They've won enough for a certain amount of years where they're like, okay, this is a new norm. We're going to do this. These low teams that are trying to build up, we're going to handle them with care because we know what it's like to win. That's just how it is. That's why when the Eagles have a good squad, they win. Week 7. Don't care if it's a primetime game. Most of these are going to be primetime games theoretically. They're going to handle them with care, the Packers, okay? Not with care. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a fight. That's going to be a great game. Vikings. This is what's going to happen. Vikings going to sweep them. They're going to beat the Vikings. Okay, the Vikings are going to beat them. The Vikings are going to beat the Lions. Lions are going to go ahead and beat the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be a little colder. Still tricky. It's Miami. Still tricky. Still heat. The Lions, as of right now, 5-3 is the record. New England. Lions. New England goes to Detroit. Schedule-wise, a step back. Still going to be a great statistical team. But we're gonna give that to them. For some reason, Bucks Lions is always cinema, but I got the Bucks winning. Bears Lions. We got the Lions. I got the Lions winning. 7-4 is the record. Okay, this is how it's shaping up. I am actually really liking this. I also think the Lions are a team that's gonna lose to some random teams for some reason. I don't think Jared Goff is that great of a quarterback or ever was. I also think they should think about replacing him as soon as possible. He's not the guy to help you win. That's why the Rams got rid of him. And they won. It's just what it is. They're going to lose to the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to be what the Commanders were 2 years ago. Then they're going to, get back on track again after a loss win against the Titans. They're going to beat the Vikings. I was going to have them be swept. But that seems awful. It seems awful that they're going to get swept. They're going to sweep the Bears. They're going to sweep the Bears last week. Green Bay gets the dub, okay? It's cold. They're gonna have to play outdoors. This might matter. This game actually might matter for the division. We'll see. 11-6, respectable record. I don't know what they had last season. Not 100% sure. I think they missed the playoffs. But yeah, this is how it's gonna go. Ready to that week 1. Green Bay going to Minnesota. Minnesota's defense is still going to be good. I think they could, sneak out a win if they wanted to. But we're not going off of that. Green Bay's a better team. They're going to go out and just boom. Week 2. Now, I could see them beating Chicago. in Chicago. But will they? No, they won't. No, they won't. Sorry. They just won't. Now, week 3 going to Tampa. The weather's going to be bad, you know. It's not favorable for them, you know. It's just not favorable for them to win. I think they can beat Tampa. They can beat the Dolphins. The Saints game, probably. I think Saints are going to win just random games to random teams. Vikings are going to be a decent team, a good team, you know. They're going to be a fighter team. But the Saints are going to handle it. That's what's going to happen. The Saints are going to handle that game. Then the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know why I'm shaming the Colts. It makes no sense why I'm shaming the Colts. I'm just predicting they're losing every game for some reason. This makes no sense to me. The Colts can't possibly lose every game, bro. I don't know. This feels like a really winnable game for the Colts and like a losable game for the Vikings. Just doesn't work. You know what? We're going Colts. We're going Colts. They're gonna lose back to back. Beat the Lions. Sadly. This is also a losable game for Buffalo, I feel like. I feel like this is a winnable game for the Vikings. Like, Buffalo's a good team, but I feel like Buffalo can lose to the Vikings. And Green Bay just sweeps them. For some reason, Green Bay just sweeps them. I don't know why. I might be a genius. And this feels like a losable game for the 49ers. And a winnable game for the Falcons. Okay, they're losing. Let's just say they're losing to them, losing to that. What did I do for this? They beat the Commanders. That's a W. And they're gonna beat that team. There we go. Wow, I'm so fucking good, dude. I'm so fucking good, dog. Okay, yeah. I'm so good, dude, and they're gonna beat last game. That's crazy, dog. That is crazy, dog. They're 9-8. I actually really like this. I'm so good at this, bro. I'm a demon. When it comes to this, I'm a demon, bro. It's very like lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. Meaning exactly what I explained. They're gonna be an average fighting team, you know? You're gonna be good enough to win, but not good enough to win. You feel me? Like, we're starting off with the 1-3 record because they week 2 they lost. Then they lost. Yikes. But I do think, you know what? Just patience. Week 1, beat Panthers. Obviously, we know they lose to Philly. They go on, beat the Jets. The Jets are a team I'm confused about. I'm gonna be honest. I'm confused about the Jets. I don't know. I'm just gonna go through the motions when I do their schedule. I'm just gonna go through the motions. No thought process, nothing. Just going through the emotions. That's how we're gonna rock. And they're gonna beat the Pack. Falcons. They're gonna beat the Falcons as well. Okay, they're gonna beat the Falcons because they're gonna lose to the Patriots. I could see the Bears knocking down Seattle. I can see that. Bears, I do really like the Bears. I really do actually like the Bears. Yeah. But they're gonna lose to Tampa. It's just what it is. Then they're gonna beat the Saints, you know. They're a better team. It's just different. It's different. No, they're not gonna beat them. They're gonna lose to the Jags. They're gonna beat Miami once again. Different teams, different levels, you know. I did it. No. I did it. I did the thing. So they're 10-7. That's interesting. Is that enough to be a wild card team? I don't know. I think other divisions are gonna be better. Now I'm thinking the Cardinals may. I don't know. Don't tell me the Falcons or Bucks are gonna make it both. Something like that. Okay, let's finish it off strong with probably the team that might win the division. The Green Bay Packers. I say might. You never know. So the Packers, we got the record currently. It's 4-3. Let's go on. Week 1, they beat the Vikings. We explained that earlier. Week 2, they go on. They beat the Jets. It's the Jets. Week 3, Falcons, you know, they're growing. They can't compete with the Packers. I'm just gonna say they can't compete with the Packers. Week 4. Now I can see them beating the Bucks. I can. But will they? No. I think the Bucks got that. I think it's the Heat. The Heat kills certain teams. That's the only reason why the Bucks low-key stay relevant, is because early in the season, teams go to them, they just can't handle it. Like, they will have to be really bad, and I just don't think they're really bad. I think they do a good job of replenishing talent enough to keep them floating. Now we know they beat the Cowboys, and they lose to the Lions. Week 8, Carolina comes to them any given Sunday, and they're gonna hand them their loss. So they're 6-5 right now. Whew. I guess I gotta give them a W, you know. I guess they gotta beat them, you know. Now the Rams, they're not touching the Rams. We're thinking the Rams. I'm thinking the Rams are a class above. The only team that's capable of competing with the Rams is gonna be the Birds. That's it. I think Seattle's dipped as well. They win against the Saints. Oh no, they win against the Bills. They win against the Dolphins. The Bills, it's tricky because the Bills are going to Green Bay. I think anytime you go into Green Bay, especially later in the season, it gets difficult. It just gets difficult. I don't care. It just gets difficult. And they're going to beat the Texans. They lose to the Bears, obviously. They get swept by the Bears. Wild. But yeah, they do that. They also, week 18, they fight to the death with the Lions. Lions go outdoors in a win. Oh my god, I'm so fucking good at this shit. 11-6, tied with the Lions. They're down, they're even. No, the Lions are up by 1 game, actually, I think. Yes, they are. And they go to Lambeau Field. They battle it out. Their hearts on the line. One team will make the wild card. One team will get they will win the division. They fight to the death, and the Packers come out on top, 11-6. Hallelujah, hallelujah. This is how it shaped up. Apparently, didn't matter. I thought I was a genius, but no. The Lions still win the division, 11-6, because. But yeah, 9-8. 10-7, 11-6, 11-6. I swear it's the same exact thing I did last year. It's also crazy. Just take a little look. They've lost to all NFC teams. Wild. They lost to all NFC teams. They're 2-2 against NFC teams. It's interesting. Interesting to think about.